The reality is there's so many web applications that end users use nowadays. Managing just an occasional email invite on your first day of hire, getting 3 applications, adding them to your bookmarks, that was a great process. But now you're getting, 20, 30 web applications that have to be managed on a per user basis. And this is becoming very complex for the users. It's becoming very complex for IT to manage. So the real goal in not only creating a single sign-on environment on the technical side behind the scenes, but is also to expose a unified portal of the apps that the user has access to. Not necessarily a directory of, on an intranet page of all the apps in the organization or for that department, but literally the apps that the user can log into and nothing more. There is some ability to request additional apps through self-service processes, and that way the user can get provisioned or budget authority before they start using them. I'd say in the security bucket, moving on from simplicity, the true reality is users are sharing passwords, and they're sharing passwords between different sites. While you can say use a different password on every web app, I would say the compliance of users is fairly low to that. So definitely over 50%. I actually haven't seen some studies, but I'd be interested in those numbers myself. So users can, in this manner, are not using passwords. They're relying on Azure AD that's providing a signed assertion to the web app through certificate-based authentication. So this is something that is very unique on a per app basis, and they're already using or logging into your Azure AD environment, which is the same thing as Office 365 accounts, just in case that vernacular doesn't work. And for logging of what users went to what applications, or ensuring those web applications are configured to only allow single sign-on users so that there's no any backdoor way to get in, this is essentially the only way to provide that. So what does a single sign-on experience look like for your users? Well, they want to essentially click on a button and log in. And that's actually what we can provide. It's not able to be done 100%, and I'll show you some examples, mostly based on the diversity of the way the vendors have implemented SAML. Some vendors have allowed you to log in directly from the identity provider, but some others actually require you to type in the email address of the user, at which point it will forward you. We work with all the SAML vendors and their support departments to try to get the most secure and feature-rich implementation available for the web app, walk them through some of the maybe deficiencies where we've seen other vendors, and then unfortunately it's up to their product roadmap to get those enhancements made. But normally the requirement is single sign-on, and we can do that with most SAML vendors.